let's also talk about, I can't believe this is real, but we've talked about it a little bit in real life. Ric Flair and Mick Foley get into a backstage confrontation, and, well, it wasn't awesome. I think it happened here in Huntsville, in fact, but, it's written about that, I guess, Flair's book had come out. Foley was not happy about it, and Foley tosses Flair's book onto a table and asked him to sign it, supposedly for the purposes of auctioning it off for charity. And then when Flair realizes that Foley's not being polite in his typical Foley manner or shaking his hand, he throws a punch at Mick Foley. And of course, this skirmish is broken up fairly quickly, but then of course they're saying, you know, hey, let's just lock ourselves in the room and first man that comes out's the better man or whatever. And then they stomp off to the ring. This is a weird deal. Talk to me about what you remember about this.
Again, same thing. It's kind of much ado about nothing. And I did not witness it, so I'm only speaking on hearsay from people who were there. It was in catering, and I don't think Mick threw a book at him. I think it was kind of Mick asking Rick to sign something for charity, and then the two, started having words from there.
By the way, we should mention in this book, Flair called Foley, quote, nothing more than a glorified stuntman. So he's really discounting Foley's contributions to the business. And of course, Foley, being who we know him to be, had his feelings hurt, and things went down from there.
Yeah. And I can see all of that taking place. I just, the thing was that I think someone said that Rick tried to punch Foley, and then, it didn't amount to much of a fight other than promos back and forth, and with people in between. It's kind of one of the hold me back. Hey, come on, motherfucker, hold me back, come on. And again, I wasn't there. That's just what I had heard at the time, that it was blown way the fuck out of proportion, and again, it was much ado about nothing, and nothing more than two guys promoting each other in the back over the lunch table over something, as you said, that was said in a book. And the ironic thing of Mick asking Rick to autograph the book that Rick had knocked him in, apparently.
Yeah. I understand how it got that way with both guys, but it's weird to even talk about now because it feels like 100 years ago, and both of these guys have since made up. So, they're thick as thieves now.
Yeah, Rick went through those 2 years where, Rick and Eric got into a fight in a locker room, and then Mick Foley, and Rick's 68 years old, doesn't give a fuck. However old he was here then. That's my favorite line. I'm sticking to it.